Greetings, GISD community. This is Dr. Stewart with another Student Spotlight. Today, I am at Chalmers Elementary School where I have been graced with the presence of 4 of our awesome 4th grade students here. How y'all doing this morning?
Good.
Awesome. But thank you all for being here this morning, and let's jump right into our questions. All right, so for our studio audience, I want them to get to know a little bit about you. So tell us your name and your whole name and what grade you're at.
My name is William Cranshaw, and I'm in 4th grade.
My name is Sidney Blumberg, and I am in 4th grade.
My name is Kyle Carter, and I am 4th grade.
Well, again, thank you all for being here this morning. I mean, this means a lot to me to be able to sit down and to engage in conversation with our students. So again, thank you, and thank you to your parents for allowing you to be a part of this. All right, tell us about your family, your mom, dad, brother, sisters, pets. I'll start with you, Sidney. Tell us about your family.
My mom's name is Jamie Blumberg, and she is a teacher at this district. And my dad, his name is Paul Blumberg, and he travels a lot, and he is in Singapore right now. And I have 3 cats and 1 dog. My cat's name is Tigger, Ziggy, and Oliver, and my dog's name is Spike. We recently adopted him.
Thank you for sharing, Sidney. All right, William.
My mom, she works at the high school. Matt, he's my stepdad, and he works at API. My brother, he's in 6th grade. He goes to the intermediate.
Thank you for sharing. And Kyle.
My mom, she works for a roofing company, and my dad is a mechanic. And my sister plays volleyball, and she's at the junior high.
Okay. Thank you all for sharing. Speaking of our parents, again, when I was your age, my mom always had a saying, for me and my brother, it's without a shadow of a doubt, without fail, mom always was going to say her little favorite saying. What is something that your mom and dad always says to you? I'll start with you, William.
Do things the first time I tell you.
Mm-hmm. And why is that important?
So you get it done quicker?
Absolutely, absolutely. My mom actually used to say that as well. Sidney?
When I play soccer, they always say keep going and work hard.
Keep going and work hard. Because working hard, when you work hard, what happens?
You can do it.
You can do it and you can get better. Okay? Kyle?
Whenever I play baseball, my coaches always say to have good sportsmanship.
Why is good sportsmanship important?
So you can get along with teammates better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Get along with your teammates better, but also good sportsmanship is a leadership characteristic as well. So to model good sportsmanship, win, lose, or draw is an important thing, especially in sports, being a soccer player and etc. Okay? And thank you for sharing. All right. So tell me something fun. Of course, now we're in the 5th week of the 6 weeks. It's crazy how fast the school year is going. So, just a few months ago, it was summertime. Tell us something fun that you did in the summer. Sidney, I'll start with you.
I went to Florida with my mom and my dad.
Went to Florida? Do you know what part of Florida?
We went to Disney World, and we went to all 4 parks.
Oh, awesome. It's been a while since I've been to Disney World, but did you have fun?
Yes.
Awesome. Good. Thank you for sharing. Kyle, what'd you do this past summer?
I spent time with family. I went to a pool party, and I spent mostly time with family.
You got to enjoy good family time. Got to enjoy good family time. William?
In Kiowa, where I live, in the summer we do a 4th of July parade where we decorate golf carts and we go through Kiowa and toss candy.
Okay. Gotta love good parades as well. I've heard about that parade. Mm-hmm. Hadn't been, but I've heard about it, and I heard it's a really good time.
We're in it every year.
Okay. All right. So now let's really talk about something I know that interests you all. It's eating. If you had to eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would that one food be? I'll start with you, Kyle.
Probably the botanas from LTAP.
LTAP? I love LTAP. I love LTAP. All right. William, what about yourself?
Steak.
Steak?
Yeah.
Okay. And Sidney?
I would say strawberries because when my mom gave them to me, I instantly fell in love with them, and now I eat them like every day.
Okay. Strawberries are good for you too. Okay. Well, now let's talk about your favorite TV shows. What, once you're home and you wind down, you get your homework done, your household chores done, and you're sitting in front of the TV. What is your favorite TV show that you like to watch? Sidney, start us off.
I like to watch Bunked on Netflix.
Bunked? Tell me about Bunked. What is it about?
It's about these kids that go to this camp, and in the middle of it, they're starting to get to know each other, and at the end, they become friends.
Okay, Bunked. Okay. Kyle.
Mine's Madagascar because all the animals are so happy there, and they're so funny.
Having kids myself, my kids grew up watching Madagascar. Of course, that was Madagascar probably 5 episodes ago. There's no telling how many Madagascars are out there now, but I like Madagascar as well. William?
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Why do you like Pokemon?
I like it's cool when they battle and how you catch them, and there's some things that can change forms or do special moves.
I can tell you, I tried to play the Pokemon cards with some of my younger cousins, and I can't get it. They beat me every time. I can't win, but I try at least. All right. So speaking of, now you're watching TV, or now talking about downtime. What do you like to do in your free time? If you're not watching TV, you're not playing soccer, you're not playing Pokemon or playing baseball. What do you like to do? What do y'all do in your spare time? Kyle, I'll start with you. What do you like to do?
I like to play video games.
Video games? Is there any particular video game?
Yeah, mostly Fortnite and Sonic Frontiers too.
Okay. Let me tell you a video game story. So this past weekend, I had the chance to spend some time with my family, and I got introduced to Mario Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to play Mario Smash Brothers all day with 2 9-year-olds, and what an experience. But I had fun. They beat me every time, but I had fun.
I love that game too.
Okay. William?
I play video games or watch YouTube. My favorite video games to play are Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay. Sidney?
I like when I get home, and when I get home, I undress and I put on comfortable clothes. I like to play cards with my mom and my dad.
Okay. What kind of cards? Any particular card game?
Uno.
Uno? Okay. Uno is an old school game. When I was your age, we played Uno. So Uno's been around for quite some time, and it's very fun. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all for sharing. If you had to enter a talent show, what would your talent be? William?
I like building Legos.
Okay.
The biggest set I built was a 4,000-piece Lego set.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you build?
Home Alone's house, and it had the tree house and the zip line that went to the tree house.
That sounds awesome. That sounds really, really neat. Okay. Sidney, what about yourself?
I would probably like to dance because I don't really like singing at all.
Okay. Well, you're like me. If I had to make a choice between singing and dancing, Dr. Stewart can't sing. I can't sing a lick. But, I have rhythm, so maybe I could dance a little bit. Okay. Kyle, what about yourself?
I do yo-yo tricks because I love doing the yo-yo tricks like rock the baby and rock the cradle.
Okay. Which one is your favorite yo-yo trick?
Probably either would be rock the baby or walk the dog.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check you out one day and have you bring a yo-yo to school. Let me see you at work. All right. If you won $1,000, think about this: $1,000. That's a lot of money, isn't it? $1,000, 10 $100 bills. If you won $1,000, what would you do with it? Sidney?
I would go out and make memories with my family, and then the extra money that I have left over, I would donate it to soccer.
Okay. To your soccer club?
My soccer team.
Okay. Who's your soccer team?
Our team is called the Warriors.
The Warriors. Okay.
I would buy Legos.
You buy some. That's a lot of Legos.
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle?
I would pay bills. Help pay bills.
Help pay bills? I'm sure Mom and Dad would greatly appreciate that. But I'm pretty sure Mom and Dad would also say, hey, you need to spend some of that money on yourself as well. But that's great. That's great. Thank you all for your answers on that one. Now, let's talk about school. What is your favorite subject to learn and why? Kyle.
Math, because there's a lot of things you can do with math in life that is very useful.
Mm-hmm. Kyle, I like you. I like you, man. Look, I'm a former math teacher, so I too love math. I mean, I love all subjects, but of course math was my favorite, and I taught math for quite some time. Sidney, what's your favorite subject to learn?
I also like math because teachers always make fun ways to learn.
Awesome. And Kyle, I meant to ask you, so who is your math teacher?
Miss Prestige.
Miss Prestige.
Royal.
Okay, Miss Royal. All right.
Math.
Math as well?
Yeah.
And give me some knuckles. There you go. Why math?
It's fun, and I'm gonna try out for number sense.
Awesome. Who is your math teacher?
Miss Royal.
Miss Royal? Well, all three of you have some phenomenal math teachers. Okay? All right, speaking about school, William, I believe this is your first year here in GISD, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So where did you come from, William?
Lindsay.
Lindsay? So talk to us about your experience here in GISD. How has it been for you?
Good.
Okay, good. What's been good for you?
Meeting new friends.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to know people.
Getting to meet people?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you liking your classes?
Good.
Good. And your teachers?
Yes.
You got some phenomenal teachers. Well, William, I can't say enough, man. I mean, you're a very, very well put together young man, and we are glad to have you here in GISD. Okay?
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. All right. Now, earlier we talked about what was your favorite subject. What is your least favorite subject? William, I'll start with you. Least favorite, and why?
Social studies.
Social studies? Okay.
Sometimes there's a lot of writing,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I don't like it that much.
Okay. Kyle?
It would probably have to be like around history too,
Okay. Why?
because there's mostly a lot of writing, but I like it a little bit too, though, because you get to learn what happened in the past and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would
Sydney?
say reading because I know how to read, but I'm bad at comprehension.
Bad at comprehension. But that's more of a reason to continue to read so that you can get better at comprehension. Just like soccer and any other things you put your mind to, whether it's playing video games or baseball, the more you practice, the better you get. Okay? Okay, so now, of course, all of you are fourth graders. And William, this is your first year here at Chalmers. Next year, you all are going to be transitioning to a whole new campus. So far, what have you all enjoyed about Chalmers Elementary School? And I'll start with you, Kyle. What have you enjoyed most about being here at
I
Chalmers?
love the specials and how cooperative the teachers are.
Okay, talk to me about that. Your teachers are very cooperative?
The teachers, whenever you don't know what you're doing, you can always ask them again, and they'll always help you.
Okay, so being very helpful in your academics is just helpful. Period. Okay, Sidney.
I love my teachers that I've had and all of my friends.
Okay.
And I've met new friends because I switched out of the language.
Okay. And William.
The teachers, friends, and playing at recess.
So you've met a lot of new friends since you've transitioned over, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Continuing to talk about school, what do you think is the most important quality that a teacher can have? All of you talked about your teachers, and these teachers that stand out to you. What are some important qualities that you think a teacher can possess or should possess? Sidney?
I would say respectful, kind, and patient.
Respectful, kind, and patience. Okay. Talk to me about that.
Because the teachers need to have patience with their kids, and they need to be kind and respectful.
And you're absolutely correct. One of the things I always preach, in order to get respect, you have to give respect. And I understand, we are adults and you all are boys and girls, young children. But still, there's the need for levels of respect to be exhibited both ways. So thank you for that answer, Sidney. William?
Listening to the students and their opinions.
Okay, having an open ear
Yeah.
and making sure we're truly hearing our kids, and the whether it's concerns or just allowing them safe space to voice their opinions and etc. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle?
To be helpful around students whenever they need the help.
Because trust me, we all need help. Trust me, when I was in 4th grade, I needed a lot of help. And thank goodness I had some great teachers who were very patient and kind, but most importantly, they listened to me. They allowed me to ask questions and they answered those questions. And as a result, it helped me to get stronger in my academics. So as students here at Chalmers Elementary School, what is one thing that you think that you do well? When you think about school, all of your academics that you take, your specials, when you think about you, the student, what is one thing that you do well? Kyle, I'm going to start with you.
I think I do math well
Okay. Why do you think you do math well?
because whenever I do math, most of the times I get hundreds on it.
Okay. So you feel very comfortable in math. Okay. William?
Listening and paying attention.
That's a key quality you got to have. In order to learn, you have to be willing to listen and sit there patiently, take notes, be attentive. Okay. Sidney?
I would say math as well because if you struggle on something, the teachers can always help you with it.
Absolutely. And the thing is, as I tell the adults, I also stress this with our kids is, you never be afraid to ask questions. Anytime, there's difficulty, something that you don't understand, or you can maybe understand it, but just need a little bit more clarification, always ask the question, okay? Don't always assume, because teachers, it's 24 of you in the classroom, 22 to 24 students in there. So if you don't raise your hand to ask that question, it's easy for a teacher to assume that you understand the content being taught. Okay, so now this year, here in GISD, we implemented some new initiatives. The biggest one is the 4-day week. Okay? How do you all feel about having Mondays off? And what do you do on your Mondays? Sidney, I'm going to start with you. How do you feel about the 4-day week?
I like the 4-day week because when we had the 4-day week, I had practice right after school, and now it's easier for us, so we don't have to, right after school, rush and go home and change.
Okay. So what do you do on that Monday? So surely you're doing something are you studying before you go to practice in the afternoons? What are you doing in that time before practice?
Sometimes my dad takes off, and if he doesn't take off, my grandma will watch me.
Okay. So you get to spend you have a little family time. Okay. William?
Since my mom works at the high school, so some of the Mondays I go to school with her, and I have other people I know that are in my grade that their moms or dad work there, so I play with them.
Okay. Kyle?
I spend time with mostly family, and I like it because I get to have more quality time.
And that's been one of the biggest, biggest takeaways from the 4-day week. As a father myself of three daughters, and you all being children yourself and having moms and dads, it's important to be able to try to give some of that time back to our staff, where they can enjoy with their children, but also that they can take care of themselves. So I'm glad to hear that the 4-day work week is working well for you all, but I will stress this. Make sure that you continue to take care of your academics, which I know you all will because you're star students. Now let's talk about goals and the future. Is there somewhere you really want to go? It could be anywhere in the world, and money is not an object. Anywhere in the world that you'd like to go, where would that place be? Kyle, I'll start with you.
Florida.
Florida. Is there a particular city in Florida, or you just like the state of Florida?
I'd like to go to the beach, though.
To the beach?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to the beach, do a little swimming. Okay. William, what about yourself?
Hawaii or the Bahamas.
Hawaii or the Bahamas? Why those two locations?
I like swimming, and there's oceans near.
Okay. Sidney, what about yourself?
I would say Australia's because I really like koalas, and it would just be really cool to see one in Australia.
See it out in the wild. Also, there's another big animal that you see out in Australia as well, out in the wild. You know what that is? The kangaroo. All right.
My dad's been to Australia.
Okay. So now you all are fourth graders this year, and before you know it, we're going to be ushering you across the stage, graduating you out into what I like to call the real world. What do you want to be when you get big? When all your school days are over, what is it that you want to be and do when you become an adult? William, let me start with you.
I want to go to A&M and become an engineer.
An engineer? Okay. Awesome.
I'd like to either be a mechanic or an engineer like my dad.
Okay. And Sidney?
I would like to be a kindergarten teacher because I love to see little kids and help them learn.
Well, I can tell you, the two engineers, you won't have a problem finding a job as well as the teacher. You will not have a problem finding a job. Matter of fact, when you graduate, you come see Dr. Stewart. We're going to get you a job, okay? Well, you all, first of all, have done a phenomenal job of answering the questions. And again, I just want to say thank you to you all here, but also thank you to your parents. And I'll send them a note just saying thank you for allowing you to participate in today's event. This is the point where I've asked you a lot of questions over the last few minutes and whatnot. This is an opportunity where I like to allow our students to ask me any questions that you may have. So I'll start with you, William. You have any questions for me?
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in the big city of Waco, Texas. I'm a military dependent, which means my dad was in the military. And so I had an opportunity to travel a little bit, but all of my family, the bulk of my family are still in Waco, Texas. My mother, my cousins, all of my extended family are still in Waco, Texas. So that's where I grew. That's where I spent the most of my time as I was a youngster growing up. Sidney, you have a question for me?
How do you like this school district?
How do I like this school district? Sidney, I do not like this school district. I love this school district. Gainesville ISD and the Gainesville community has been great to me. I have an awesome group of individuals that I get to work alongside, but most importantly, I have an awesome group of students who I get a chance to work with, like yourselves. And for me, every day that I wake up and I'm able to put 2 feet on the ground, I'm the happiest man in Gainesville, Texas, because I know I get to engage and work with students like yourself, but also work with phenomenal educators and faculty and staff here that we have here in GISD. So I don't like this city or this job. I love this job. Kyle?
Where's your favorite place to play golf?
My favorite place to play golf? That's a great question. Okay, I'm going to give you 2. Favorite place. I like the golf course called Tierra Verde. Tierra Verde is in Arlington, Texas. Really, really nice layout, very scenic, but very hard. It's one of those golf courses where you have to be able to hit shots. You just can't pull out any kind of club and just hit a ball. You have to be able to, I need to hit a ball 150 yards. I need to hit a ball 200 yards, but I also have to place the shots. My other favorite place, which I don't get to do often, I travel a lot. So I play across seas a lot. And I'd say another one of my favorite courses that I played, and actually when I was there I played it twice, was a course in the Dominican Republic. And the name escapes me right now. But again, very scenic. And every shot that you hit, you were looking out into the ocean. So imagine being on a nice green, pretty green golf course, and everywhere you look, you see a beach and you see the ocean behind you. Was a very, very just scenic environment that I really enjoyed. But thank you. I'm glad to know you've done your homework. You know I play golf. Well, thank you all for your questions. And again, thank you all for being here. GISD community, our awesome 4th grade students here at Chalmers Elementary School.